What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Strike It Up. Back in the sneaker vault. That means we get to pull out another pair to share with you guys. If you guys can see by the stickers in the back, you know what today is. Today is Air Max Day. And big old cheesy smile. I started off the day today with a W. Big W. I was actually one of the lucky people who was able to snag a pair of the Air Max 90 duck camos, or the reverse duck camos, that released today on the sneakers app. Got up early, jumped on my cell phone, and put in my my info. Was able to grab a pair. Happy, super happy. Of course, we all wish we had the original pair that dropped way back 2013. I forgot when they dropped, but yeah, I got them. Happy. 7 years ago that pair dropped. They're reselling right now somewhere around the vicinity of $700-ish. This pair, I don't know if the value will ever go up that high. I did check StockX today, and they're selling about $100 over retail. I think that price is going to drop once pairs get in people's hands, and then maybe value might fluctuate a little. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. I'm keeping that pair. They're going to get put away on the rack, and one day we'll bust them out. So with today being Air Max Day 326, and people ask, well, why is that so important? Why 326? It's really simple. And actually, for those of you sneakerheads that don't know your history, I think I did a video, many years ago on the Air Maxes. But even like when you buy some of these Air Maxes, especially the Air Max stuff, you'll see that Nike does a really good job of throwing up that hype and that propaganda. The reason it's a big deal, 326, is because it'll tell you right here in the sneaker, the sneaker box. On March 26, 1987, is something more than just the shoe was born. Now, what are they talking about? Well, here, let's show you. So today's pair is, of course, that's right, the Air Max 1. This is the first, what should we call this? The first design, I guess, that Tinker came out with. And then you guys know there's the Air Max 90, then there's the Air Max 95, and so on. But the reason that this shoe was so different, and the reason that they put that big hype on 326, is because that's when this shoe released originally in 1987. And really, it was because of that. And you might be saying, well, what's the big deal with the exposed air pocket? The reason for that is Tinker was, designing shoes, and I believe the building is in Paris. While he was out there, he saw a building that he had never seen before, the way it was built. The stairs, the metal structure was on the outside of the building, and the building itself was just like a normal building. Normally, you would have a building, the walls and whatnot, and all the stair, the escalator, and everything would be inside. You standing outside of a building would never see the inside of a building unless you went in there. Whoever designed this building, they did it in reverse. They said, you know what, we're going to put the escalator, we're going to put the stairs, we're going to put everything on the outside. And that, when Tinker saw that, Tinker was like, wow. So he wanted to emulate that, and what he decided to do was he decided to show you what's on the inside of the shoe. What does this mean? Why does it say Nike Air? Well, Air is your air pocket. But before, this is how a shoe would look. You would just look at it, and it would just be all this. Well, now you get to see the air pocket. And once that happened, game over. Now you got all these shoes that show you. Now you see shoes that have the air pocket completely exposed, okay? I got some shoes here. You got Air Maxes. I really wish, pulling a lot of the Jordans all of a sudden started having exposed air pockets. Okay? Exposed air pockets. And I'm still looking for more shoes. I mean, all of a sudden, all different types of shoes that became part of the design. That became part of what caught your attention on a particular shoe. Now, obviously, whoever designed this shoe went from showing you a little air pocket to now showing you practically the whole side profile of the shoe. And that just changed the game. That immediately changed the game. I mean, you want to look at some Scottie Pippens, you can't even tell. I was just supposed to show you guys one pair of shoes. I'm going to pull out a bunch of pairs. But see, now you see the air pocket practically showing you the entire air pocket of the shoe. Okay? And that was, again, just because Tinker decided that he was going to change a design based on a building. Man, I'm moving my camera all around, right? So, I'm going to put that right there. This shoe technically started a whole design revolution. This shoe wanted to start showing you the insides of a shoe. And then, fast forward 10, 20, 30 years later, you get shoes like this that show you everything. It shows you that exposed air bubble, And if you think that's a lot, there's shoes that literally don't even have a midsole. It's just literally the whole air pocket, okay? So today being Air Max Day, wanted to celebrate that, so I decided to pull these out. Still dead stock, okay? You can kind of see what the air is, okay? But still dead stock. These released back in, March. I think a week before actual Air Max Day. But they released in 2017. So these shoes are about 3 years old. And yeah, still dead stock. I still haven't pulled them out. The material is perfect. Now, you have to understand that there's two versions. The actual Air Max 1 that they released is a little bit worth more money, about the $300 range when I checked on StockX. And the way you can tell the difference is the Nike swoosh will be stitched in, and I believe this is actual leather, some sort of material. I don't have a pair, so I can't really tell you. This is the Ultra pair, and they just kind of changed some things up a little bit. If you see real close, this is actually some sort of a plastic overlay. Same thing with the Nike. It's not stitched in. It's more of like a plastic or a vinyl overlay on the shoe. But the design is still the same, the same everything. Same thing on the back. It still says Nike Air. They released them in red, and then blue, I believe, was the other color. These don't really have too much of a skyrocketed value. I believe the retail was $120. The last sale on this shoe was about $140 on StockX, and they're being sold right now for around $160-ish. Again, if you want to cop a pair, it's not going to break the bank. It's a fresh shoe, in my opinion. You can rock this with practically anything. And it's a lot of sneakerheads feel that this is a staple in the rotation. Like I said, one day I'll bust them out. I'll have to do an undead stock of these shoes. But yeah, okay. And the cool thing that Nike did, trying to put shoes down, is they acknowledge the history. So if you buy these shoes, the paper wrap, man, this light glare. There we go. Special paper. Other than that, nothing else that's fancy. You just got, a basic box. But on the inside of the box, little history lesson. And if you're into it the way I am, I love all the little trinkets that they give you. You get all the cool little stickers to slap them on to your laptop and so on. So shout out to Nike, man. This is dope. I think this is how you keep people happy. You got to give them little trinkets like that. So one day I'll have to bust these out. For now, they stay dead stock, but it's I love the shoe. Absolutely very, very cool shoe. If you own any of these pairs, any Air Max 1 in general, hit me in the comment section, or if you own these, and let me know how do they feel on your feet? Are they comfy, narrow, wide? What's the comfort level? Because obviously I haven't worn mine, so let me know. All right. Happy Air Max Day. Like I said, hit the comment section. Let me know your favorite Air Maxes. And I'll come back at you tomorrow with another pair from the Sneaker Vault. Peace.